Hello lovelies, today we're talking wide leg versus straight leg styling. It's a denim dance-off, if you will. If you love a good competition and side-by-side comparison, this video is for you. I'm going to be sharing 5 different outfits with both pairs of jeans so that you can easily detect which one you would prefer wearing. Sometimes it's helpful to see them side by side to be able to pinpoint what might work for you. And maybe both do, but they might work for different occasions. Over the last few years, wide leg jeans have slowly made their way into our closet and they are everywhere. And let me know if you don't have a pair yet. I think many of us do. But then come last fall, we started to see the straight leg coming in a little bit more. And now this classic denim trend has become a staple. And they're both so different that I couldn't resist a good denim challenge. And don't forget to stay to the end of the video for quick mistakes to avoid in any pair of jeans that you might own. I'm Ziba and I'm so happy you're here. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit subscribe and the notification button so you don't miss a video. I'm here to help you get dressed in the morning and love your outfits. Figure out what to shop for so that you love how you feel, because that gives you confidence. And if you feel confident, you can do anything. The first outfit is very simple with a pop of color. I have a very cozy turtleneck sweater that's a little bit more form-fitting, which is an important point when styling these outfits, because in both of these, you're able to see really quickly which outfit is more balanced. In the straight leg jeans look, it's not that you can't wear a snugger top like this. However, you'll see here that in the wide leg outfit, it just seems to be a little bit more balanced. In both outfits, I'm wearing pointy toe ankle boots that really help elongate the legs. With wide leg jeans, you tend to find very easy to style almost any kind of shoes with this denim silhouette because you can't really see the shoe most of the time. The only ones that kind of get you in trouble are either very dainty ballet flats that just kind of can't keep up with the volume of the pants, or knee-high boots that kind of keep rubbing up against the inside of the jeans and kind of just ruin your lines because everybody can see your boots. But for the most part, you can get away with almost any type of shoe. In particular, having a pointy toe finish just elongates the entire outfit. Now, these boots that I'm wearing here happen to be snug enough around my ankles so that they don't create any fuss with these straight leg jeans. That's another kind of factor to consider when you're wearing straight leg jeans. Are they too cropped so that the boots are going to kind of keep sticking out? Perhaps the collar of the ankle boot isn't tight enough around your ankle so that the denim keeps falling in. These happen to be perfect for either one, so that's not an issue. Both of these outfits, I belted it just so you could really see as an exact replica of each other. Because there is a disproportionate balance with the straight leg jeans, a way to solve for this is to use a longer third layer. In this case, I'm using a longer denim jacket to add to the outfit. And I really love this one for a couple of reasons. Not only is it a little bit longer than your traditional denim jacket, it also has a high neck, which is so trendy right now and also looks very classic and elegant. But not only that, it also has the ability to cinch the waist and kind of just like pull the drawstring, which is always a fantastic option, especially if you wanted to wear this jacket with the wide leg jeans and just not look too baggy and bring more attention to the waist. The length and the overall volume of that jacket really helps balance out the straight legs silhouette nicely. On the other hand, instead of choosing that jacket for the wide leg outfit, I'm using a cropped trench jacket that really helps draw the eye up so my legs look as long as possible, and then add that the pointy toe heels and the wide legs, and I just end up looking a lot taller than I am. For reference, I'm only 5'4", and so I'm always looking for little hacks to look taller. I have a couple of videos on how to do that, so I'll link them below in case you're interested in that. This jacket is a bestseller, a very trending jacket that's gonna age very well because it's very classic. It's got the little collar tie that's hooded, and that's scheduled to be a big trend this year. So if you're interested in a very Parisian inspired look, this is great. So for these, once again, you can see the overall balance. Now, if you've done wide legs and you're kind of in between, like thinking they're just a little bit too big for you, but you're not ready to go to a straight leg, like the straight leg still feels too tailored and slim for you, then you might want to consider a pair of jeans like this, which I'm not going to show you for the rest of the video, but I want to show you right in the beginning. A wide leg that are a little bit more tailored around the leg. They're considered a flare, but they don't really flare out that much. To me, they're kind of somewhere in between a flare and a wide leg jean. I'm wearing a size 2 in these. I'm usually a 0, so you might want to consider sizing up. Zon jeans tend to be a little bit stiffer, so that would be my recommendation for you. The jeans on the left are by Aritia. There's a couple of different rises available. The straight leg jeans on the right are by J.CREW Factory. The sweater and the ankle boots are by Zazan, and everything will be linked down below in the description, in a pinned comment, and here on the screen whenever possible. For outfit number 2, we're doing a 180 and we're using an oversized sweater. If you choose to pair this with the wide leg jeans, sometimes with some knits that are oversized and that you have nowhere to tuck can appear a little bit sloppy, or just you end up looking like you are shapeless. So if you want to wear the wide leg jeans with an oversized sweater like this, you have a few options. The first is to do kind of like a modified French tuck, which is like what everybody makes fun of millennials for doing like the tuck right in the center. You can always do that. That's always available to you no matter what generation says what. I find myself doing it all the time. But another kind of interesting way to go about it is to tuck it in the side, so it creates a little bit of an asymmetrical silhouette. I've seen a lot of tops like this that are just cut asymmetrically, like kind of crooked. But you can make this yourself at home. You can just like tuck it in the side, and it's a really easy way to just kind of tell everybody where your waist is without belting, without doing the French tuck. I think this is my tuck for 2026. On the other hand, if you're like, I do not want to bother with any kind of tuck, add a little bit of nuance and texture to the sweater. You add another layer underneath in the form of a button down, so that it serves two purposes. Number one, you can intentionally layer and pop the collar. You can stick out the cuffs, and therefore the shirt can hang down and it just has somewhere to go. And suddenly there's more shape to you. Also, when you have a layer underneath, like a button down shirt, you're able to kind of anchor the oversized sweater a little better onto your body, versus when you have nothing underneath, it just kind of falls. So there's like more places to grab onto, and so that you don't seem completely shapeless. Another great way to kind of balance this outfit is, again, to use slimmer kitten heel boots that are sleeker and not super chunky heels. Now, in terms of the straight leg jeans, this is a very easy styling because the straight leg jeans can easily be tucked into knee-high boots and have that silhouette where you have a very tailored slim bottom, and then that oversized sweater can just live as is. It doesn't have to be fussy. You don't have to layer if you don't want to, or tuck it. One can see the outline of your leg and harmony to the look. Let me know which ones of these you prefer. Usually never do the baggy on baggy, but I really love the way the baggy look turned out for this one. The wide leg jeans on the left are Quince, the right ones are by Mother, and the sweater is actually a unicorn from Amazon that is super comfortable and cozy, and I've been wearing a ton this winter. For outfit number 3, we're going classic with a twist with a very pretty blouse that could just as easily be a very simple, crisp button down. For this one, I'm using a more ornate button down by Zazan that's really pretty. It's got a lot of lace detail, and I love that it's blue and white. It's one of my favorite combinations. Even though spring isn't here yet, it's kind of a way to kind of just like manifest it. For this outfit, you can also right away see in balance of having more tailored top with tailored pants and the wide leg jeans. It's just a little easier to style it because you can tuck it in, you can belt it, and again, draw the eye up. On the other hand, if you do belt it and tuck it in, it just seems like it's all, not like the shirt is tight or the jeans are too tight, but it's just more of like, it's all kind of the same shape. So you have to look for ways to break it up a little bit, add the balance to the silhouette. So for this outfit, I'm doing an oversized trench. So in the first look, I showed you a crop trench that is a little bit more waisted and the legs look longer. For this one, I'm using an oversized trench that's still short, but again, kind of creates the balance of having a tight on tight. Now for the wide leg jeans and this beautiful blouse, I'm using that suede felt with the suede booties. I have a discount code for these booties that I'll pop on below. It's site-wide, 15% off. Some of the most comfortable heels I've ever worn. I don't love wide leg jeans with midi coats. I just think that it kind of is a no man's land. I either like a longer coat or a crop coat. For this one, I'm using QUINCE's wool coat that is beautiful, very classic, single breast, in a navy color that feels really elegant. And in both looks, you can see how I've played around with length and proportion while still using the exact same items. The jeans on the left-hand side are by Quince, and the ones on the right-hand side that are straight leg are by Mother. The coat on the left is also by Quince, and my trench coat is by Fabrique, which I have a discount code, which I'll put below. For look number 4, I'm using an oversized sweater once again, but this time I'm swapping it out for black denim because why not? For the wide leg black denim look with the oversized sweater, there's a few things that are more helpful in this look than the first oversized sweater that I showed you. For this one, because the sweater is a V-neck, it automatically creates a little bit more length than just having a crew neck. So I'm showing some skin, and now if I start rolling up my sleeves, then we start to get someplace in terms of not feeling like I'm drowning in the denim and the sweater. And for this look, I'm choosing kitten heel black boots that again create the length. The shoes aren't too chunky to kind of weigh me down, but also they're not too thin that they don't match. You can leave this look as is because there is some hints of skin, or you can add a belt and again kind of just find a place to tuck one side of the sweater, either in the front, the side, the back, something. This is one of my favorite belts by Ralph Lauren. It's a bestseller, and I try to, like, every time I find it back in stock in some retailer, I put it below. So hopefully I can find it for you again. I really love this look. It feels very casual and easy, and also potentially a great travel outfit. I think both of these are actually a great travel outfit because on this hand, when we have the straight leg pair of jeans, we're able to tuck them into boots, which is a really great hack to travel, is so that, you know, anytime you use the restroom in airports or airplanes, like you're not kind of like putting your pants all over the floor. They're just nicely tucked into the boots, germ-free. In this look, much like the second one, we are able to just keep the silhouette as is because it's a very turnkey styling technique to use, is to use the slimmer bottoms and the oversized top. Love the way that straight leg, skinny jeans, and leggings look tucked into knee-high boots. So this is just a really easy outfit for those days where you just don't want to bother with color or matching or putting things together, but you want to look really cohesive and sharp. For the 5th outfit, I'm using another V-neck sweater, but this one is cropped, and so we have some choices to make here. For both of these, we could get away without belting them. I think it looks exceptionally beautiful belted with the wide leg pants because again, it's kind of drawing the eye up. It's providing a very visible point for your waist. And on the straight leg jeans, I left out the belt just because I don't think it needs it as much, especially when I'm trying to get away from having everything be tight. For both of these outfits, I'm using some pointy toe slingback heels that really help elongate the leg. In both of these instances, I'm using a brown jacket. The straight leg jeans, I'm using a midi length. It's a really great way to add a little bit of volume to the outfit. And with the wide leg jeans outfit, I'm going back to the crop jacket, this time in a suede. This is a beautiful suede jacket that I've had for a couple of years. They still make it. I have a discount code. It's by Fabrique. I'll make sure to link it below. And if you want more beautiful luxury for less pieces, I have this whole video dedicated on how to look expensive on a lazy day. If you want more cold weather ideas, the crop knit in both instances really helps highlight the differences between the two pairs of jeans. The jeans you haven't seen here yet are the ones on the right. They're the wide leg jeans by H&M. They are unicorn bestsellers. I've had them for over 2 years. I love them. Both jackets are by Fabrique, and I have the discount code for 15% off. And the sweater's by Zazan. Now, as promised, let's get to the denim mistakes that you might be making that could jeopardize your beautiful outfit. And this applies to any kind of denim. The first mistake is not choosing the correct inseam. For most of these, you saw that they're right grazing the ground or just a little bit higher, kind of like almost approaching my ankle. Once you figure out your inseam, it can be such a game changer. I used a couple of different pairs of denim for this video. The ones that you can have the most ability to choose your inseam are these by Quince. They have 3 different inseams to pick from, so you can pick the one that's just right for you. So that way you're not dragging on the ground, you're not waiting for the flood, and it just works beautifully. The second thing you want to pay attention to is that you're not wearing the wrong rise. We're all different. There's so much noise about what is in and out of style, and in reality, it depends on your body shape. Like sometimes if you're short-waisted, you're never going to do that great with a super high rise. If you have a long torso, you're never going to do that great with a very low rise jean. It's really about balance and trying on several pairs of jeans until you figure out what works for you, because it's really not up to us. You don't want to be uncomfortable and have it be so high rise that you can't breathe because you're short waisted. You don't want to be having a muffin top if you have a long torso, and pick jeans that are too low of a rise. The third mistake you could be making is wearing the wrong shoes. As I mentioned, knee-high boots only work with skinny jeans and straight leg jeans. They're not going to work with anything else because they're going to poke through your jeans. If you're wearing ankle boots and your jeans are too short and there's that skin gap, it's very distracting. You have a huge voluminous pair of wide leg jeans or baggy jeans, then wearing huge chunky lug shoes are just going to weigh down the entire look. On the other hand, you can't wear something so delicate and dainty that doesn't look cohesive with the outfit. Wearing gym shoes with your jeans and expecting to look put together is never going to work unless it's a very intentional fashion sneaker. Loafers look amazing as well. I really love this pair of glove ballet flats by Zazan. QUINCE also has a great pair at a great price. It's really about finding that perfect balance of comfort, a shoe that's going to help you balance the outfit, and something that doesn't compete with the hemline of your jeans. These two pairs of jeans are extremely wearable. I'd love to hear which one you like the most. And if you want more wearable trends, make sure to check out this video on the 10 most wearable winter trends and where to shop. I'll see you there. And if you learned something today, make sure to hit the subscribe button.